Hello fellow simmers and Pokemon Masters, Eevee-simming here, and welcome back to my channel. Yeah, I know. It's been a while. I didn't mean to fall off the face of the earth. I promise it was not intentional. Not at all. This last year has been wild for me, and I'm sure it's been wild for you guys. There's been so many different changes, and just my life is different. My opportunities were different. Well, if you want to learn more about where I went, I literally have a video called Where I Went. I will link that in the description box below. Check that out if you want to. You don't have to. It's just if you're curious. Well, this last year we were considering building a house because we didn't want to live in my father-in-law's basement forever. Very thankful he let us live there though. But we needed our own space, especially with 2 small children. It's a lot. Well, anyway, we considered building for a while, and this is one of the house plans we were thinking of building. This was not our first choice, it was our backup choice, just in case our first choice was way too expensive, but we didn't end up building at all. We ended up finding a new construction. That would cost probably about the same as building. My only complaints about our house is that it's 2 stories. I personally prefer a 1-story because I like to have all the bedrooms on one side of the house, and I would like everything to be all on one floor. I don't like stairs, going up and down the stairs. And our house kind of has like a balcony per se, so my kids like to chuck their like Pokemon over the railing. We're trying to get them to stop. Luckily they're just stuffed animals, but still, we don't want them throwing anything over the ledge. Eventually I will build that house in The Sims 4, but first I gotta remember how to play The Sims 4. It's a little embarrassing, but I think I forgot how. Like, I feel like they changed the camera controls because I do not remember the controls like this. It's actually quite annoying, and every time I open it, I'm trying to fix the controls, and it just isn't going my way, and it makes me frustrated and a little upset, but hey, what can you do? I'll figure it out. I always do. Oh my goodness. I swear I'm cursed. Like, literally cursed. It's just, this week, it's been one thing after another, and it's crazy. It's like this last 3-4 days, it's just like one thing that could kind of like ruin my day, or at least put me in kind of like a bad mood for a little bit, or scare me. Just kind of happened. Like day 1, I go to take out the trash real quick. I go to hit the doorknob. My 2-year-old had locked me out for 40 minutes. So I'm just staring at them through the glass like, hey, let me back in. And they're just laughing at me. I even go to my car, which was thankfully unlocked, but didn't have a house key in it. And I pulled out some suckers I had in my car, and I'm like, hey, guys, let me in. And they're like, ooh, candy. And then they just forgot they locked me out, so they freaked out for a second. But then eventually, when I walked around to the front to see if I had left it unlocked when I took the dog out, I came back to the back because, of course, I locked it back, and they had unlocked the door by then. I was like, oh, now we do this. And then the next day, my husband wanted chili for dinner. That's cool, normal, and I'm like, okay. And he likes to eat his chili with Ritz crackers, and we didn't have any, and I like to eat my chili with Fritos, so we didn't have those either. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna run to Dollar General. He's like, okay, I got the kids. So I get in my car, I drive the 10 minutes to Dollar General. I get into Dollar General, I get everything we need, and then I come back out, I hop in my car, and I hit the start button because it's a newer car and I have a key fob. Hit the start button and it doesn't start. And I'm like, what? You were just fine. What happened in this last 10 minutes that you don't want to start? So I sit there and I'm trying to get the car to start for like 10-15 minutes, and eventually I realize I'm going to need help. I hate asking people for help, but what was I gonna do? I had to get back to my house somehow, and I had all the car seats, so he couldn't necessarily come out there and try to help me. So A kind gentleman actually approached me in the parking lot. He's like, hey, I don't want to freak you out, but um, I'll help you jump your car. So this poor gentleman, oh my goodness, I feel terrible still. He helps me jump my car, and as soon as my car starts, his car dies. Like straight up dies. And I'm like, what the heck? His car blew a fuse after it started my car. So, as my husband would say, I passed the curse along. But not really. The next day, my son had let out our dog. We have a husky. She loves to run. She loves to be chased. So that turned into a hot minute chase. But luckily, I convinced her to come in by getting in my car. She loves to go for a drive, so she thought I was leaving her. She didn't like that. It's been rough. It's been really, really rough. I don't know. And this cute little house, I kind of designed it based on what I think how we would have decorated the house if that's the house that we decided to get. And there's a little like Easter egg or kind of hint of something that changed this year, something that happened. I don't know, I kind of dropped it in the build. I don't know if this is at the portion. I was trying to record and watch it at the same time, but then I ended up getting too distracted. So now I'm just kind of like chilling, just kind of hanging out. Why am I so terrible at exteriors? Once I finally felt like I was getting good at interiors, I felt like I was getting worse at exteriors. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing half the time. And I'm just kind of throwing things in the yard that I feel like will be useful or my Sims will use, or I don't know. Every time I think it's gonna look good, it just looks kind of lazy. Even though there's parts that look really good and other parts that don't look really good, I'm just not very good with like terrain paint, landscape, really anything when it comes to outside. I've tried, I've really, really tried, but I'm just not there. And now I gotta relearn how to play The Sims all over again. Yeah, this is gonna be a fun ride. Kiss this pretty build goodbye, because you might get some crazy little boxes or something crazy. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll see what comes out of this next chapter of my channel. We'll see. Honestly, the front doesn't look that bad. Well, here's the screenshots. Basically the front, the overall layout looks pretty nice. This is the family room / I guess hobby room. Try to make it look like it was lived in per se. Toys everywhere. I have toddlers, toys. So many toys. And a cute little kitchen that I honestly think looks really nice and flows really well. I like how I kind of set up the dining area. Past Eevee had some mad skills, man. And I kind of wish I had this laundry room in real life. I kind of like that how it leads outside, and it's kind of like a mud room as well. It's bigger than my current laundry room. And this would be my youngest son's room. He loves dinosaurs and animals and books. He's a cool little guy. And there's his closet, a mess. He's my tornado child. And this would be my oldest son's room. He loves Pokemon and video games, and of course, he likes animals as well. Just kind of tried to do their rooms like their little personality. In his closet, he's not really messy, but my youngest will help with that. In their little bathroom, their bathroom currently is themed to Paw Patrol, but I did frogs in this because, yeah. And here's the master bedroom. I'm wondering, have you guys noticed something that's I haven't previously talked about? Kind of a hint on something that had changed this year. Please let me know in the comments below if you did find the item that hints at something that happened hugely in my life this year. Here's the master bathroom. It looks okay. It was a weird layout in the closet. It's hard to get screenshots of things like this. In the layout again, because I'm actually kind of proud of myself for doing it. And the outside, well, I want to thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time. Bye, everyone.